Good evening, viewers. My name is Mr. Dirango. I'm the principal Mombasa campus. This is the third branch of Vision Empowerment from the main campus, which is in Nairobi, Tengela. And here we are in Mombasa County 001. It's good to note that Mombasa campus, when we started on February the 1st, we only had a few students by that time. To be precise, we only had 100 students. And by now, the school has really grown. We have a population of 670 students who are currently in school. And I can still confirm that the school started with 21 departments, which still by now, we still have the 21 departments and they are doing very well. And I can say we have students from all over the coast region, starting from Mombasa County, Kwale County, Kilifi County, and even as far as Tana River County and Galsen. For sure, Mombasa campus, we are not immune. Being in Kisauni, where there is so much about the drugs. Actually, we are the heart of the drug in Kisauni. Sometimes last year we had a few cases which the school dealt with, but I can confirm to the public and the people of Vision Empowerment that by now the discipline in school is that the drug issue or the drug menace, we may not have killed it all, but we can say it is at its minimal level. So we have nothing to worry about the drugs, despite being at the heartbeat of the drug zone. The school has a close link with the rehabilitation centers which are within Mombasa and specifically within Baburi Ward. To be very specific, we have one which is called Mewa Rehabilitation Center. We had 2 students who had such cases, and our role as a school is to link up the students to the rehab centers, the hospitals which are around. We have a hospital which is in Miritini called Port Liz, but luckily we have not had serious cases which requires such kind of an attention. So I really want to thank the teachers and the students and the parents for being creating a conducive environment and making it happen that you don't have students who we can say have really been to drugs. The first challenge in Mombasa is the language. The first time I came here, the language was Swahili. So the biggest challenge here is you can't use English all through. So mostly you are forced to use English at 30% and Kiswahili at 70%. So that whatever you are teaching in class and even on around within the compound, it becomes something that the students will be in agreement. Secondly, the culture in Mombasa is not very welcoming. Why? Because the culture of Mombasa is watu hawana haraka. Ungekuwa na haraka, ungekuja jana. Hiyo ndio habari ambayo wanakupatia ambapo unakuja Mombasa. So it becomes very hard to adopt such kind of a culture where people are waking up very late, coming to school very late, and when you question, you're told Mombasa sisi hatuna haraka. So such kind of a culture is not always very much welcome. Thirdly, Mombasa being a county where there is very little in terms of agricultural activities, very little of economics, they mostly rely on the businesses, which when I came here, I understand that the COVID-19 really affected most of the businesses. The beach were closed and so many activities came to a close. So as such that, you realize that there is the will of the learners to be in school, but because of the financial breakthrough which is missing, makes learning becomes very impossible. If you walk around the institutions around Mombasa, you still find that Vision Empowerment charges the very lowest fee. I'll give an example of the members of the schools that are around. We have three major institutions. We have Shanzu, which is a government sponsored. We have Kisauni, and we have another one which is called Marinist, and Kenya Coast. I want to make a very simple comparison. Vision Empowerment is doing NEC exam, like Shanzu is doing also NEC exam. Per semester, Vision Empowerment student is only required to pay 7,500. You go to Kenya Coast, the same student doing the same course and doing the same exam is paying 21,000. So I really commend the management of the school for making it possible for students to get the sponsorship, which has lasted for more than 10 years since the inception of the school, and also brought into Mombasa. I believe that the 7,500, which also the school has allowed the parents to pay on installment. That is, if you are not able to make payment on a semester basis, you're able to pay on a monthly basis. So that becomes very easy for the parent to make the payment on a monthly basis. So to cut the long story short is that Vision is the place to be, where the fee is well catered and subsidized for the parents. Now with me here, I have a flyer or a roll-up. Now out of all these courses which you can see here, from mechanical, electrical, all the way up to tourism, they are all NEC examined, except the accounting. So if a student is coming to Vision Empowerment to do mechanical engineering, automotive option, he or she will do a NEC exam. As we talk right now, we are day number 13 of our November 2022 exams. I am happy to say that in July was our first time sit up for our students in Vision. They are sitting the exams from here. We are still able to do the hairdressing through NEC exam. And I want to confirm that, noting that the grades of the students who are joining Vision, some are varied. 2023, come April, we are going to roll out a second exam body, which is NITA. NITA is friendly to students because it offers more practical and less theory. NEC is not that friendly to students because it is a 50-50 deal. It's a 50% practical and a 50% theory. So my message is that all our courses are NEC examined, and the school being accredited by TVET, the body recognized by the government, and the sole body which accredits the institutions. So that is all about the exam. There's a Kiswahili word that is known here called mateja. Mateja is just a common name, the petty thefts. What I can say is the school has a very nice environment. Why? Because it has a secured wall. Secondly is that it has an electrical fence, and that keeps at bay any unwanted visitor within the compound. And the school is able to identify the students vis-a-vis the strangers. The school has issued all the students with a student ID, which becomes an identity between the strangers and the students. So we can't talk too much about what happens beyond the borders, because we have a boundary and a wall that keeps us within the school compound. So for what is happening within the school controls everything. Majority of the parents would want to stay with their sons and daughters, but unfortunately that is not the case. There are those who are coming from far, and the school has to make a provision for the same. So the school has made some local arrangements with some landlords, where once the students come, their houses already stand by, where students rent the houses. There are those which the school has taken the liability of making the payment on behalf of the parents, so that now the parents become liable to the school. So the hostels or the accommodation premise are just 5 minutes walk from the school, and they are affordable, and they are good. For parents who are out there and they have their sons and daughters not knowing where to take them, let them not fear. We have accommodation for both gents and the ladies separate. I know that is where the fear of the parents is. The gents is a side and the ladies is a side. The issue of security is guaranteed, where the 24 hours the students are well monitored. We still have monitoring from the school that the students have to be checked by somebody from morning, lunch hour and evening, because they take their meals from the school. That is lunch, breakfast and supper. I think that is a plus for most of the parents who are fearing about the cost of living for learners in school. There's one thing I may not have mentioned, which I need to mention. We have the 3 campuses, but you have not mentioned about the location of Mombasa. Mombasa ni kubwa. So kwa wale ambao hawajui Mombasa, ningetaka kuelekeza mahali ambapo shule yenyewe inapatikana. Tuko katika Bamburi. Bamburi is an estate ama an area ambayo inajulikana vizuri. Ukipanda matatu kutoka town, sema unataka kwenda Bamburi mwisho, na uhakikishe umeambia matatu ama yule conductor, mimi naenda Bamburi mwisho. Ukifika Bamburi mwisho, kuna njia ambayo yaitwa barabara ya Mtambo. On your way to Mtambo, between Bamburi mwisho and Naivas, there is Tumaini Children's Home, and that is where the school is located. So kwa wale ambao wanatoka mbali, you only need to get to know about Bamburi. So to get back to your question, to my viewers, tamwambia vizuri, ni vema mtoto wako ambaye unatayarisha aje asome shahada fulani, tungeomba hivi, si vema mtoto asome shule ya upili, shule ya sekondari zote akiwa ile county. Ni vizuri wakati mwingine anambadilishia mahali ambapo wanasomea. Wakati mwingine ni vizuri amtoe kama ni county ya Nyeri, amlete hapa Mombasa na atasoma vizuri, tutamshughulikia, atasoma na akimaliza pia tutamtafutia nafasi ya ajira ama internship ama attachment pahali popote ambapo angetaka kuja. Ili ajiunge nasi, anahitajika kufanya nini? Kwanza ni kuchagua somo ambalo angetaka kulisoma. Yaweza kuwa ni mechanical, electrical ama lile lingine lolote. Akishamaliza kuchagua somo ambalo anataka, la pili ni kujisajili. Kujisajili ni shilingi 2,000 peke yake. Akishamaliza kujisajili atapewa barua ya kujiunga na shule. So akitoka hapo ndipo sasa atapewa barua ya kujiunga na shule na ataelekezwa siku ama mwezi ama wakati muda ufaao wa kujiunga na shule. So ningewaomba na ningewasihi wazazi ambao wametoka viungo mbalimbali hapa Mombasa. Tuko na wale ambao hapa wametuzingira, tuko na Vikwatani, tuko na watu wa Shanzu, tuko na watu wa Bombolulu, tuko na beyond the counties ambazo ziko zaidi ya Mombasa, tuko na Kwale na Kilifi, tuko na pande za Miritini, wako karibu kujiunga na sisi. So sisi hatusemi kama zile shule zingine, tunachukua watoto kutoka kila pahali, kila county. So mtu asiogope ya kwamba ile shule inachukua watoto kutoka kaunti nyingine. Na pia ni vizuri niseme tunashirikiana na kaunti kupewa watoto wao kupewa ufadhili. Nasema nini? Kuna CDF na ufadhili mwingine ambao unapeanwa na mashirika mbalimbali. So hizo CDF niko na zaidi ya milioni 2 kwa mwaka mmoja peke yake ambazo nimepewa na kaunti ili zifadhili masomo ya watoto. My name is Mr. Dirango, the principal Vision Empowerment Training Institute and the principal Mombasa campus. the third and the last born, Mombasa. Asante.